Chairman Gensler, and I think what we'll do is we'll have 6-minute rounds of questions, and if people want more than one round, we'll try and accommodate that as well. So, Mr. Gensler, you talked a little bit about the Wild West of cryptocurrencies. I'd like you just to take a few minutes to talk about some of the fundamental issues at stake here and the issues of jurisdiction regarding the SEC, the CFTC, which you used to chair, and how we deal with these entities that people are trying to figure out whether they're fish or fowl.
I thank you for that. The investing public, not just here in this country, but around the globe, has taken an interest in these crypto assets, the so-called crypto tokens or currencies. And generally speaking, there's some group of entrepreneurs behind those projects. And what we have in America is laws that are clear, that are on the books, that if you're raising money from the public and the public is anticipating profits based upon the efforts of others, that comes under the securities laws. This is something that was written in the 1930s, but as recently as Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall wrote an opinion about 40 years ago that Congress painted with a broad brush to protect the investing public. And so at the core, that's a question. How many of these 15 to 20,000 tokens have attributes that they're investment contracts under the law? Investment contracts are part of the securities law. And many of them have a group of entrepreneurs in the middle, and investors are anticipating profits based on the efforts of that group of parties. And then there are the companies that then are facilitating investment in it. They can call themselves crypto lending, crypto trading, and the like. We at the SEC have very robust authorities around these platforms. You asked me about my current job, my former job, a great agency. I was so proud to chair that agency too. The CFTC doesn't have the similar authority. So to the extent that some tokens are not what I might call crypto security tokens, but they're non-securities, our sister agency, our sibling agency under Chair Benham has authorities over there, but they're frankly not as robust as what we have. We're a disclosure-based regime, and if I can close on this, we're a disclosure-based regime, and so when the investing public is anticipating profits based on the efforts of others, it's best that those others, give full, fair, and truthful disclosure. This is a field that's been rife with fraud and scam and hucksters. There are also good faith actors. Our goal at the SEC is to bring the field into compliance within the securities law, where these tokens, and not prejudging any one of them, where they are securities, and then the platforms themselves, that they come into compliance rather than what they're doing often now out of compliance is not protecting the investing public against fraud and manipulation, commingling their functions, and often in conflict with their investors, trading against their investors.
Well, as you know, I think we on a bipartisan basis think this is an important ongoing conversation about the contours of policy. I just want to express my thanks to you and your team at the SEC for being important cops on the beat and exercising the authorities that you do have under current law to go after bad actors that are attempting to defraud investors and the public. We talked a little bit earlier offline about the issues of whether or not your budget can accommodate new technology investment. Right? We're talking about cryptocurrency, which we weren't talking about, at least here on the Hill 10 years ago. Technology obviously is always on the move. I guess my question to you is, where do you see the SEC's budget capacity going when it comes to keeping up with technology? And if you could also take a moment to comment on the AI, both risks and or promise.
So, as you mentioned, we have about for 2024, looking for about $2.4 billion, all paid for by transaction fees. But only about $1 out of $6, or about $400 million of that, is technology. Often to keep up the legacy systems that we have. And we could certainly, with this committee's help and Congress's help, use more in the technology area. In terms of artificial intelligence, I think it's the most transformative technology of our times. Every bit as transformative as the internet in the 90s, but the mass production of automobile in the 1920s. I mean, I think it will change the job markets. It will have to be consideration for other members and other responsibilities and around national security and geopolitical competition and so forth. But as it relates to finance, just as it relates to the SEC, I would mention three quick things. One, fraud is fraud. If you use artificial intelligence to deceive the public, it's still under the securities laws. Two, with the algorithms, parties are now thinking about optimizing the communications to investors, not just on what's good for the investors, but maybe what's good for the advisor or broker-dealer. And it still have to put the investor first, not the robo-advisor or robo-broker first. And thirdly, I do think longer term, it's going to create fragility, and the financial crisis of 2028 or 2033, somebody's going to turn around and say, well, I didn't realize that all these algorithms are based upon some base foundation model, and the mortgage market all went one way maybe, or this market. I'm not trying to predict which market, but the economics of artificial intelligence, I think, will lead to 1, 2, maybe 3 base models. And it's simply because it takes so much computational power, so much data, and what's called network effects. And artificial intelligence is really going to drive a lot of efficiency. It will probably boost some productivity, boost our economic growth, but there's also these challenges.
Well, thank you. We hope we can work with you to get ahead of them as much as possible. Senator Collins.